everybody. Welcome to another episode of Milestones for Miles Flown, a place for stories, advice, bragging, and gripes. I'm your host, Jeremy Finnell. If you're returning to the show, I just want to say I appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, I would like to be the first one to welcome you. This is a place for frequent flyers by frequent flyers. This week's episode is understanding partnerships and subsidiaries. So let's get right into it. Today we are talking about airline alliances. So what are they and why are they there? Airline alliances are basically just as the name implies. Every airline is a business and wants to continuously grow. Competition of airways is not necessarily an issue if it's within your own country and obeying federal laws. However, when we talk about international competition, there are a number of rules that all airlines must follow. These rules are important to have clear boundaries and defined lines. This avoids these airlines having any international disputes. These international disputes could lead to much worse than simple rivalry or bickering, such as exile, stopping of trades, or worse, wars. So these alliances are formed for us as travelers to be able to go places internationally. These airline alliances and partnerships are nothing more than a way for airlines to play nicely with each other. However, these rules can work in our favor as frequent flyers. For example, there is no United States air carrier that will allow you to fly directly into Bali. However, through the three alliances, no matter which your preferred airline is, you can now fly into Bali. This, of course, would assume that you have chosen out of the big bad three, which are Delta, American, and United, deemed the big bad three because they are the largest airlines in the United States. Each of these airlines belongs to a partnership of subsidiaries. These partnerships allow us as frequent flyers to fly other airlines while still earning status and miles. This also means we can leverage our miles and status to fly with these airline partners as well. The first partner is Delta SkyTeam, Aeroflot, Aerolíneas Argentinas, Aeromexico, Air Europa, Air France, Alitalia, China Airlines, China Eastern, Czech Airlines, Garuda Indonesia, Kenya Airways, KLM, Korean Air, Middle East Airlines, Saudia, Haram Airlines, Vietnam Airlines, and lastly, Siam Air. The second alliance would be Star Alliance, which is United's partners. Agregian Airlines, Air Canada, Air China, Air India, Air New Zealand, ANA, Asiana Airlines, Australian Airlines, Avianica, Brussels Airlines, Copa Airlines, Croatia Airlines, Egypt Air, Ethiopian Airlines, EVA Air, Polish Airlines, SAS, Shenzhen Airlines, Singapore Airlines, South African Airways, Swiss, TAP Portugal, Thai Airways, and finally, Turkish Airlines. The third and final alliance is American's, and is called One World, who houses British Airways, Cathay Pacific, Finn Air, Iberia, Japan Airlines, Malaysia Airlines, Qantas, Qatar Air, Royal Jordanian, S7 Airlines, and finally Sri Lankan Airlines. By being able to leverage these partnerships as frequent flyers, we are now opened to a world of travel. This means not only can we get further, we can earn further by staying within our alliances. By staying in the preferred programs, we can nearly get anywhere on the planet while still earning status and miles, and that's what we want. What I want to know from you guys is who is your air carrier and where do your alliances lie? This has been your advice for the week. From Milestones for Miles Flown, I'm your host, Jeremy Finnell. For more stories, advice, bragging, and gripes, please stay tuned, like, rate, and subscribe. Keep your eyes on the horizon and feet off the ground.